Well, hey, hey, hey. It's really, really nice to be here in person with my good friend, Dr. Michael Gross. I'm Tina, and we are here to give you some words of wisdom right from this amazing gentleman. I know. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
We have such a great time when we get together. So, and we are really, really thrilled to pieces to do these Facebook Lives, and sometimes we record a few because you never know where we might be. So this is like a little backup we're doing, okay? But for those of you who have looked at this, our topic today is really kind of cool. It's why meditate. And I used to think, what is all that? Because I could never focus on meditating anyway. And then I met Michael Gross. And when I met him, he showed me just how powerful meditation really, truly is. And all the things that he's going to share with you are absolute golden nuggets. I can tell you now, he has the most amazing words of wisdom for us. So, on that note, you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you
All
for the
right,
kind words.
this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you this. This is Michael's book. He's the creator of the Spiritual Primer. He's the author of it too. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a little information on Michael Gross because I haven't committed it all to a memory yet. But here we go, okay? Because of this book and this man, I wrote a book too, and it's going to be out soon. But we're here today to share the value of meditation, and I'm going to go ahead and just get started, okay? Because I really appreciate everybody checking out this Facebook Live, and it might be up on YouTube. And you know what? Enough from me. This is Dr. Michael Gross. He is an author, professional keynote speaker, transformational coach, and an entrepreneur. For more than 3 decades, he has been on a spiritual path as an intuitive, a healer, a spiritual counselor, and a teacher. Through the guidance of spirit, Michael has assisted others in their personal quest for self-empowerment, helping them to create the lives that they have long sought and to bring forth their intuitive abilities. Michael currently teaches classes in Reiki and other modalities. Oh, whoops, I forgot. He teaches classes in spirituality. I can't see how we are. He teaches classes in spirituality, self-empowerment, Reiki, and other modalities. I skipped right over those keywords. Can you believe that? Okay. Anyway, Michael currently teaches class. I did that already.
Sorry, they can hear it again.
Okay. I'm embarrassed. Okay. Michael currently teaches classes in spirituality, self-empowerment, Reiki, and other modalities. In concert with God, the True Source, he has also achieved great success and miraculous healings. He remains humble, knowing the work that he does all comes from God, the True Source. Michael lives in Lakewood, Washington, and I am happy to announce that he is launching his new nonprofit, the International Institute of Self-Empowerment. I am thrilled to be part of that. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to Dr. Michael Gross.
Thank you very much. Well, I got to get it right. Whatever. Anyway, I got my cowboy hat on. So who is that masked man? So I decided to remove my mask so you can tell who I am. And of course, we've talked about this before, but TU is writing a fabulous book called Healing the Holes in Your Soul. We keep talking to you about it, and in due time, very quickly, we'll be talking about her book, which is life-changing for many people. So I thought today, what would I talk about? And I thought about talking about meditation. And I'd like to describe some of the powerful outcomes of meditation. I'm trying to find the right words. And I believe it was Rutgers University a number of years ago did a research how to keep your brain active. And they found the three most important things. Number three was crossword puzzles. And it keeps your mind active. And I went, I'm not really a crossword puzzle fiend, so to speak. In fact, I get frustrated. And Sudoku, well, moderately. But the most important, powerful one that engages all your brain is meditation. And that is so powerful, meditation. So if you want to avoid dementia, you want to keep yourself sharp, meditate. But let's talk about some of the other attributes of meditation. It's very healing. Well, how can it be healing? That's a good question. And one of the ways, of course, when you're meditating, you're getting out of the other everyday minutia of the world, right? And so what's happening is, of course, when you first start to meditate, I gotta get the laundry done. This is boring. It's going very slowly. I got to go shopping. I got to call to you. Oh, when is this going to be over? Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I went through all that. So I know. And then you have to retrain your mind because your mind's so busy. If you look at your mind or your brain as a hard disk, look at all the information you have. Well, let's look at a computer for a moment. And a computer, when you get a new computer, you put in your minimal software, it's fast. And what happens is, as you put more software on, has to go through all the software, the hard disk gets slowly filled up and gets slower, slower, slower. Well, let's look at your brain. When you're 5 or 6 years old, you've probably using 1 or 2% of your brain. Don't quote me on that. And as you get older, you get more information, more information, more information, more information. As far as I'm concerned, we're in information overload right now. And we're processing so much information. And all this information is going into the deep recesses of our mind. And it's playing over and over and accessing this, accessing that, accessing this. And what happens is you become a little bit slower in your cognitive abilities because you're processing so much information. What I usually hear is, oh, yeah, well, I'm getting older, they go, and so I'm slowing down and all this stuff. I talk to people that are a lot younger than me. Everybody's younger than me, by the way. And, 30 years old, 20 years old, 15 years old. Well, Michael, you know this, you know what I mean? I'm going, hey, and I'm talking to people that are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they're saying their mind is, getting slower. No, it's not getting slower, everyone. What's really happening is we're processing so much information. And especially today, we're doing Zoom and free conference call and all the other kind of software and all the other kind of medias, and we're getting more and more and more information. One of the things we need to do is keep in harmony and balance. Instead of like this or like this or like this, we should be like this. How do you do that? Well, I suppose you can have a few glasses of wine and some breeze, the favorite thing for me to do. Of course, that relaxes you. Nothing wrong with that. One of my degrees is in gerontology. Gerontology is the study of the elderly, and they found out that if you get older, you have 2 or 3 glasses of wine. I'm sorry, let me correct that: 2 or 3 ounces of wine a day. It improves your cognitive abilities and your cardiovascular system. Or for those of you like a shot of liquor, maybe a shot. But short of doing that, because that could create problems, and we don't want to create any alcoholic problems. The next thing that keeps your mind really sharp and engages every cell within your brain is meditation. And I'd like to talk to you about a little bit about some of the attributes. Not only, as I say, keeps your mind sharp and helps your brains and neurons and synapses firing in your brain, but at the same time, it helps you leave all the pressure and anxieties that's going on around you. And that's so important because goodness knows we have so much pressure around us, whether it's family, friends, children, work, shopping, whatever, getting things done. We're under such time constraints. We don't have time to stop and smell the flowers. Yes, you could take a long walk, for an hour and a half and just look at everything around you. Most people don't have time for that. I was talking to my friend years ago, and we were talking, what's the best thing about fishing? Well, it's really boring. No, the best thing about fishing, you get to relax. You get to throw in the line, you sit there, you daydream, you listen to the radio if you brought one, and now your cell phone or whatever, you have a lively conversation. Most importantly, we have to realize that when we are having a conversation with someone, 80% of our mind is thinking of an answer. And that's approximately 20% is only hearing what they're saying. So we don't stop and listen. And that's because information technology is so much required of us. We have to always be on guard. We have to always be thinking of answers or whatever. is going on. And you know, years and years and years ago, when you had a computer, you would use the term garbage in, garbage out.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So now let's talk about garbage in, garbage out as meditation. What do we need to do to get ourselves more balanced? Well, of course, they talk of mantra or keywords. You can make up your own. The ones that I like to use, that I find highly successful, that I teach, and most people find successful, is two words. But I want to go back to the derivation of words. Every word has a frequency, energy, and a vibration. Like dumb has a low vibration, joy has a happy vibration, love has a real high vibration, and everything else is in between, lower or higher. But the two most powerful words on the planet at this time, which means everything is mutable and can be changed, is I am. Wow, pretty powerful. Well, where does that come from? I'm glad you asked that question. Because if we look at biblical times, you know, when Moses was at the burning bush, who am I talking to? I am that I am. Well, let's really look at I am. I says you exist. Am is another word for the name of what I call the true source or God, the true source. And there are over 360 names for a word God. And when you say I am, you say I'm one with the God, the true source. True source is one with me, because in the Old Testament it says that we're made in the image of our Creator or God, if you will. And of course, Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is within. Oh, hint. But let's stretch it out a little further. Second two most powerful words are dream, heaven. So if we use a scale of 1 to 10, I am is like a 10.0. Can't get any higher. Dream heaven is about a 9.75 or a little higher, but it has a different effect. What it does is it helps you raise your vibration to meditate, to manifest, and works with your soul to help you understand what's going on in your life and help heal you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Whoa, you mean meditation will help me heal physically, mentally, and emotionally? I can understand mentally because I begin more balanced. Maybe emotionally because I'm upset, but physically, yes. And how does that work? Think about this. You remember your mother saying, you know, when you're sick, my mother said, you know, when you sleep, Michael, you heal faster. And I remember that. And even the doctors that I talked to, because I talked to quite a few doctors, well, the more rest you get, you know, the faster you heal. What does that tell you? What it tells you is your mind is engaging in all kinds of thoughts. And when you're engaging all kinds of thoughts, you're not allowing the cellular structure of your body to heal or relax. What the mind can conceive, the body will believe. That's what the true source told me. And then I went, oh, I guess I'm in charge of my body. That's pretty amazing. We've all heard about spontaneous healings, and that goes on. So think about that. And then we've heard about spontaneous combustions. Some souls will meditate and they just catch a fire. So it shows you how powerful our mind is. And what it does, meditation, is it relaxes us and gets us to a plane out of the human dimensional plane. Let's talk about the human plane. It's filled with hate, anxiety, love, joy, happiness, got to get things done, all the bullying that's going on, so on and so forth, all the opinions. And all this distracts from us. It distracts from our life force energy. Let's address a little bit about life force energy. The main ingredient, most powerful energy in the whole universe is one word: LOVE, love. And if you doubt that's an energy, can you describe it? Kind of hard. Poets have a lot of problem describing it. But you can feel love. You can feel the breeze, the wind, the joy, the happiness, and you can feel love. That's an energy. And that's the most powerful energy in the whole universe. And that is the energy that heals. So many great teachers, spiritual teachers, taught us about love, unconditional love. And when we meditate, that energy, that vibration of love begins to permeate our body. And you're probably saying, well, does it do it the rest of the time when I'm not? Yes and no. How's that for an ambiguous answer? The truth is, yes, we're being beamed or filled with the true source of unconditional love 24/7. But when we're distracted, angry, hate, pain, whatever, we kind of slow it down. Or even if we slow it down, we can block it. And what happens is this big funnel collects it all. And when we relax and go to sleep, it comes pouring into our bodies. Let's talk a little bit about the lack of love. That energy, when there's no longer love in our body, it begins to disintegrate, fall apart, causes illness. And I'll discuss love in another time, but I just wanted to give you that overview. Let's go back to meditation. It opens up a figurative door to receive that energy. Remember, we're all energy. If you doubt we're energy, every scientist will tell you we're atoms, particles, molecules, neutrinos, mitochondria, all that stuff. We're all energy. The soup mix, as I call it. Value of meditation raises your vibrations, which allows you to receive the energy of love, which is the healing energy. Love is a healing energy. Nothing negative can live in the energy of love, period. Now, when you're meditating, I would suggest using the words dream or the phrase dream heaven. And you would inhale dream and exhale heaven. Dream heaven. Well, actually, I'm over accentuating it. But you'll get into a rhythm. You're going to become impatient. And you're going to say, once it's over, it's not going to work, yada, 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 yada. And am I done yet? Have 3 minutes gone by? And I had, and I have a very dear friend. And he said to me, I'd like to learn how to meditate, but my mind's all over the place. And I play all these meditation tapes and I do all this stuff. So let's try doing this without any music. Now, the value of inhaling dream and exhaling heaven keeps your mind focused. Number 2, raises your vibrations and frequency, allows you to receive the true source of unconditional love, which helps raise your vibration, heals your body, and clears you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Let's move a little bit further on that one. What he did was he set his clock on his phone. And when he did that, he said, I'm just going to do it for 5 minutes. And he said, I struggled like there's no tomorrow. And after 3 or 4 days, he made it 7 minutes. And he kept upping it. In a couple of weeks' time, he was up to half an hour and 35 minutes uninterrupted. And he felt exhilarated and energized. And he had an addiction. And after 1 week, that addiction completely ended. It was gone. Remember I said when you meditate, dream heaven, it works with your soul to heal whatever your soul says you need to heal, not the mind. I call it the analogical mind, the analytical and logical mind. Look at that, how much it changed him. More importantly, here's another little boost, a little nugget. It's anti-aging. What? Oh my goodness. It's anti-aging. Yes, don't I look good for 250 years old? Come on, you got to admit that. I look pretty good.
He did vote for Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. The truth of the matter is, why is it anti-aging? Number 1, you get all the stress out of your body. Number 2, it purifies your body. Number 3, remember, love is healing. It heals your cells. It heals your body. It heals your emotions, your hormones, glands, the whole 10 yards. Does all that for you. And I know some of you who are or will be listening to this are used to the technique I teach. Maybe you have another one. But consider using the words that I said, because it's healing, it's empowering, it's anti-aging, raises your vibrations. And while you're meditating, you may see visions. And I forgot to mention, you need to meditate with your eyes closed. And you'll begin to look at the third eye, which is here. You'll begin to eventually, not right away, see some colors or visions. But more importantly, just when you end or after you end, your mind will be filled with all kinds of thoughts that are positive or things you've forgotten. And you're going to feel refreshed and joyous. And those who I'm honored and blessed to teach, we do a meditation for about 15 minutes. They say, I feel like I've slept for 2 days. I'm so energized. And I'd like to share a little story. And many years ago, when I was in Boston, I was in the nursing home business. And the first nice weather, because we're right on the ocean, the help would call in sick. I'd walk down to the beach. There they are, suntanning themselves. Anyway, we needed a maintenance man because he really got sick. And I filled in for the maintenance man. Had all the joys of cleaning up. You don't want to know. Anyway, I went 23 hours and 55 minutes working around the clock for 6 straight days. I took 5 minutes to meditate. That's where we get the 24-hour period. I did it for 6 straight days. More than enough energy, running around all over the place. Hardly ate. I will say, in the 27th day, did another meditation, slept for 12 to 14 hours. But that's the value of meditating. That's the proof, because it works. And it's so powerful. Because one of the things we need to do is honor our soul, our body, our life force energy, and honor our path in life. Meditation will give you that direction. Meditation will calm you. Meditation will heal you. Meditation will raise your vibrations to have a wonderful family life, a work life, personal life, but more importantly, to reconnect you to God, the true source, or what I call true source inner guidance, because that's what it's all about. I remember one time, every second Saturday of the month, I have a mass consciousness meditation. And it's mass consciousness meditation. We send healing and love to the inhabitants on this planet. Just in case you're watching this, a little promotion here.
Please.
Second Saturday of every month, and it goes from 9:55 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And one of the things we do, I make a little introduction, and I ask the true source to bring through the energy of love through your heart and go out to the whole universe. Well, I put my phone on mute because, sometimes people try to call me and forget that I'm doing this. So I put my phone on mute so nobody would be disturbed. I left it on mute, and then I said, true source, wake me up. Get me out of this deep meditation. When I say wake me up, means getting me out of the meditation. And at 10:55, I came out of it, and I said, everybody come out of it, and I went on. And I said, I wish you a happy day, and click. Well, guess what? We're still on mute. So I get phone calls back. Michael, it's 11 o'clock. No, sorry, it's 12 o'clock. Did you sign off? Yeah, I did. Someone said, Michael, it's 1:30. Did you sign off? And it's people meditate anywhere from an hour and a half starting at 10 o'clock to as much as 2.5 hours.
I was one of those. I was one of those, and then he called me. And then are you okay?
Then I said, well, I guess there are no mistakes. So I was a little embarrassed. But the response was everybody felt great, felt wonderful, felt energized, and their life went wonderfully. So my suggestion is, as I'm wrapping this up, I would like each one of you to meditate a minimum 20 minutes a day, build up to that. And if you get a chance, on weekends or Saturday, try for an hour, as long as you can go. Because this life is called your life. This body is called your body. Your missions and goals is all about you. And it's about changing this planet. into unconditional love, allowingness, and non-judgmentalness. Because that's where we need to head. That's where we need to go. Look around you and you see all the chaos. Everyone, I wish you well. I wish you joy and happiness. Wish your heart be fulfilled with the true source of unconditional love. Because once that happens, everything in your life will be filled with your dreams, with your soul's urge. And remember, you are unlimited. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Thank you, Michael.
You're
You know, I'm
welcome.
going to give you a plug.
All right.
It's the second Saturday of every month, and I'll put the number right here, and I'll also put it in the comments. It's 515-604-9097, and the access code is 125446#. We have one coming up. We just came into June, and this one is on June the 12th, and I'm seriously thinking that people are going to see this video before the 12th of June.
You're in charge.
You know, we usually do a Facebook Live on Sundays at 2 o'clock, and we had the pleasure to get together
Yes.
and to do this recording. And I think this might end up being one that we just put in somewhere as a surprise recording for everyone who's not able to get onto my Facebook page on Sunday at 2. What do you think,
I love that
Michael?
idea. Thank you.
I think we should do this.
You are cool.
I got a message. I'm just like, we're going to do this one. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page. And one more time, I'm going to give you guys the number, okay? Because that way you have it. It's 515-604-9097. Access code 125446#. Dial in a few minutes early because we start right on time. And if you dial in late, you might not hear anything and you think that maybe you got the wrong number. So definitely check it out if you're learning about meditation for the first time, or if you'd like to go ahead and send some healing to our planet. We all know how much we have chaos in our lives right now. And there is so much that needs to be done to bring positivity and unconditional love back into our world. So on that note, anything else, Michael?
From my heart to your heart, just know you and I have a lot of love. And we honor you and thank you. All I can ask is share this with as many people as possible because it's all about saving our souls to bring about love and joy and happiness. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate it. And remember one thing, when it's our time to birth out, the only thing we take with us is love and all the love that we leave behind. So remember that, there's a lot more value in the world than what we can hold in our pocket or in our hands. It's right here in our hearts. So
Yes, it is.
thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a great week.
You as well. Where's my little
I'm
thing?
Tony the Tiger. Have a great week. Those of you who know that. Bye-bye, everyone.
Remember, he voted for Abraham Lincoln. He knows all kinds of stuff. Take care. Thank you for popping in.